Okay, I didn't get a chance to finish graphing number 8, so with the calculator, so I have it set up, so we'll do it real quick here. So this was the one we had over here. This is number 8. Then we had our window set for negative 16 to 16. So if we graph this, it looks like this. So there's this part of the curve that looks good. There's this part which we can't see very well, and then we see the top part, and here comes the asymptote. So everything looks okay, except we have a little bit of, it's hard to read this section over there. So we can just go to zoom, and I'm going to zoom in just real quick so you can see that. So if we zoom in, we can see that it does indeed curve down right over there. So that's what I needed to see over there, this curve over here. So we're okay. All right? Good. So clear that. And let's go to number 9. And I think number 9 is going to be a little shorter because we have a little bit more help. So let's take a look. Just by analyzing it, we have a little more help. So here's number 9, y equals x squared minus 1 over x. I already checked out the zeros. X is 0. Well, x can't be 0 because that makes the denominator 0, so I don't have to worry about that. But when x is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0 over 1, so that is okay, so that is 0. So y will equal 0 when x is equal to 1. That means when the top is 0 and the bottom is not, the fraction is equal to 1. Okay, and then if we look at this, this is a odd function. So it's going to be symmetrical to the origin, so that's going to help us when we graph it. It's an odd function because if I take f of negative x, if I put negative x in for x squared, that stays the same. And if I put negative x for x, I get a negative, and I can put that in front and have negative f of x. All right, so if I take that negative and put it in front, I've got negative this, which is just f of x, so that's going to be negative f of x, so it's an odd function. So that's going to help because that means it's going to be symmetrical to the origin. Okay? And we don't have any horizontal asymptotes because the degree of the top is greater than the bottom, so no horizontal asymptotes. We do have a vertical asymptote at x equals 0. I'm sorry. That's right, x equals 0. So that's the axes. And then we have a slant asymptote because the degree of the top is exactly 1 greater than the degree of the bottom. And I worked that out already on a separate page, and let's take a look at this over here. And it wasn't too bad. This is number 9, so I divided x squared minus 1 by x. Goes in there x minus 1 over x, and it's just y equals x. So there's the division process. So y equals x. So that's just a diagonal line, so I can graph that easy enough. And I do know I have the point 1, 0, so 1, 0 is right here. And I've got the horizontal asymptote, y equals 0, I'm sorry, x equals 0, I'm sorry, the vertical asymptote. So let me put that in here, and I'll just kind of do it like this. I hope that'll be fine. So there's my vertical asymptote, and I think we can pretty much see what's going on here. This is a point, so it looks like I'm going to be like this. Because I don't have anything else going on. So make sure I kind of stay close to that asymptote. I'm going to use a ruler just to make sure I keep close to it like that. And come back down around. Oh, jeez. There we go. Jeepers creepers, something like that. Okay. Now, since it's symmetrical to the origin, then I'm not going to be down over here, obviously. I'm not going to be up over here. I'm going to be over here. And that's going to be symmetrical to the origin. So, symmetrical to the origin will be over here, so I can kind of put that over. And then just come down like this. It's got to be a curve, but I'm just using the ruler so I to make sure I don't. So that curves around like that. So it should be a curve. So I'll round it off. And that's what we got. Looks like we're in pretty good shape, okay? All right, so let's see what it looks like in the calculator. So we got a cheap on that one because the odd function helped us and we only had a couple asymptotes to deal with, one vertical asymptote. So let's put this in the calculator and see how close we are. Okay, so on y equals, and then we've got parentheses x squared minus 1, parentheses divided by just x. Okay, and we have the same window. Oh, geez, I forgot my zoom in, so I have to go -16. Positive 16. I'm just matching my graph now. And there's the curve, and there's the other curve. And it's a little hard to, oh, I didn't put the asymptote in. Let me go back and put the asymptote in. Y equals x. We could graph it, and there goes the asymptote, and everything's a little close. So let me spread it out because we are still in here, so this is all right. So what I can do is I can just go to, let's see if we can go zoom in. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, you can see a little bit better there. You can see it better there, and there goes the asymptote. So when we zoom in, you can see this a little bit better. And looks like we got it okay. So that's the rest of number 8 and number 9.